Blast from the past! Welcome back, 19-year-old Leia! My birthday was a couple of weeks ago. I'm 20 now, but I'm 19 now. Did that make sense? Good morning, guys, and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back! Today, we are going to be talking about the top 5 books that I have ever read. And this is, in my opinion, of course. I'm not saying they are the most well-written books or the most monumental books of the century or even good books per se, but these are books that had a very big impact in my life. It was very hard to narrow it down to just 5. And there are some that I really wanted to include on this list, but 5 is just not enough spaces. So I had to cut some that I really love and have dearly close to my heart. Some of you will probably be annoyed that 2 of the books are from the same series, which I'm sorry, but they just are. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and I hope you enjoy. Let's get right into it. So these are in no particular order, by the way. Number 1 is not better than number 2 or number 5 or anything like that. I'm just saying the top 5 books, and we're going to go ahead and get the one that is the most controversial out of the way, because I know all of you are going to be like, that was a horrible book. Everyone hates that book. I didn't hate it. I hated the movies, but I didn't hate the book as much. It was still questionable, as I learned, but in the 5th grade when I read it, I highly enjoyed it. So just, yes, anyways. The first book on my list is Twilight. I really enjoyed reading Twilight. I actually read Twilight and the whole series like I think 16 or 17 times. I had like a tally somewhere a long time ago. I haven't read them in a long time. But they're just my favorite. Like, no matter how many books I re-gift or donate or anything, I will always keep my Twilight series, whether I plan to read them again, just because they had such a big impact on my life and they let me back into the world of reading and it made me fall in love with it again. So Twilight has a special place in my heart. The second book is The Kite Runner. I read it in high school. Are you kidding? Like, for real? You're gonna turn on right now. I read it in high school, I think my senior year of high school, if I'm remembering correctly, but basically all of my peers loved it also, and I thought that was pretty amazing that I liked something that my peers did, and we had such an amazing discussion, and that discussion honestly prepared me for a lot of the discussions that I have as an English major in college, so I think that's really cool. The book has a lot of really cool themes and motifs. Is that a fancy English word for you? But it was really great, and it didn't have the happy ending that I wanted, which is why I loved it so much. I say this all the time. I don't know how many times I've said it on this channel, but I say it all the time. If I hate a book, that means that I love it. If I hate the way it ends, I am in love with the book. If it makes me feel something, I'm enjoying it. The next one I'm going to say is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, that one specifically, because when I read that one, I enjoyed it the most out of all of them. I was going to say the last book, because usually the last books like come with the bang, like end with a good bang, but I don't remember reading Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Like, I read it and I remember, like, I can see myself in my memory sitting down and reading it. But as I was reading it, I was like, I cannot get into this book. So I'm not saying it was bad. I really enjoyed the movies, the 2 parts of the Deathly Hallows. I couldn't get into that book, but The Prisoner of Azkaban, dude, that one was awesome. So was The Goblet of Fire, but I just really enjoyed Prisoner of Azkaban. I also read that in like elementary school or middle school. It's probably middle school. The last 2 are from 2 sister series, so don't get mad at me for picking these 2. I'm going to start with City of Heavenly Fire. That one is from the Shadowhunter Chronicles, the Mortal Instruments series. Oh my gosh, this is one of the ending books that ended with a bang, and I was like, I loved it. It set me up for so many more things to come, and I'm still reading one of the series that it set me up for, because not all of them are out. That's why I'm still reading it. But yes, I loved it. And I loved getting introduced to Emma and Julian. I'm pretty sure that's where I got introduced to them. City of Heavenly Fire was fire. Oh, so funny. And last but not least, This is from the Infernal Devices trilogy, which is also part of the Shadowhunter Chronicles, and it is Clockwork Princess. Listen, Clockwork Princess shook me. At the end, when she picked who she picked, I was shaken, and then, you know, I can't even express to you the way that I felt. Oh my gosh. It was just so good. And it's really exciting because in the trilogy, is it gonna be a trilogy? Because if so, it's almost over. How freaking sad. In the part that I'm reading now, The Dark Artifices, I'm super excited because one of the characters from Clockwork Princess is in The Dark Artifices, and I'm living. I almost put Lord of Shadows on this list, but I felt like it was too new a read for me to say that it was like my top 5 book of all time. I don't want to trump any that have been on there for a long time, you know. So that's why I narrowed it down to these 5. These are the ones that I would probably never get rid of. Like I said with Twilight, how I'd always keep it on my shelf no matter how many books I donate, I'll probably keep all 5 of these and their companions. Yep, the whole Harry Potter series, whole Shadowhunter Chronicles, whole Twilight, Kite Runner. Kite Runner just sticks out on this list as not the same at all. That's okay. It doesn't really matter. So yes, those are my top 5 books of all time, and that is all that I have for this video today. I'm sorry if it's short. It seems short. I've been recording for 10 minutes, which means it'll probably be about a 7-minute video. Maybe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe so you can join my family. Hit the little bell to get notified whenever I post a video so you won't miss it. And that's it. So have a great morning, and if I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and